All right, let's dive into something really creepy today. We're going to peel back the layers of a modern urban legend, the kind that feels like it crawled right out of the darkest corners of the internet. It's the story of a haunted street vendor and his potato sandwiches. Sandwiches that are to die for, literally.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. Can a sandwich actually steal your soul? I know, it sounds ridiculous, right? But in this story, it's a terrifyingly real question. What if a simple street snack could cost you more than just a few bucks? What if it cost you everything?
Every spooky story needs a spooky setting, and ours begins in this forgotten, desolate alley known as Khamosh Gali, which translates to Silent Alley. Yeah, creepy already. This is the turf of a mysterious sandwich guy, a man people only call Kaka, kind of like uncle.
And here are the rumors, the details that create the perfect trap. The legend says Kaka makes the absolute best potato and cheese sandwich you'll ever taste, all from a stall with no name. He always keeps his face partly hidden, super mysterious. But here's the real kicker. Once you eat his sandwich, you become obsessed. You have to have more. And that's the bait that's about to catch our first characters, Aryan and Samir.
So let's meet our first victims. Aryan and Samir are just a couple of guys, out late, super hungry, looking for a snack. They hear about this legendary sandwich, and their curiosity pulls them right into Khamosh Gali. They have absolutely no idea what they're walking into. The moment they find him, something is just wrong. The vendor, Kaka, is standing there under this single dim light, but he doesn't have a shadow. It's a tiny detail, but it's one of those impossible things that just screams danger.
And the dread just keeps building from there. As Kaka starts making the sandwich, they notice his spice box. It's covered in these weird deep red stains. And trust me, it doesn't look like ketchup. It looks exactly like what you're afraid it looks like. Dried blood.
And then, the ultimate horror. Aryan, totally ignoring the warning signs, takes a huge bite and is just lost in how amazing it tastes. But his friend Samir sees the truth. He looks closer into the sandwich and just screams in absolute terror. Aryan, don't eat it! There are fingernails in it!
But it's way too late. That's the price of the sandwich. In exchange for that unbelievable taste, it takes your soul. It literally eats you from the inside out. Your face goes ghost white, your eyes turn blood red, and then Kasaka takes you. And just like that, the trap slams shut. After Aryan is gone, Kaka just calmly says this, his voice echoing through the silent alley. Today's quota is complete. Like it's just another day at the office. And poof, Aryan and Samir are never seen again. Now the story doesn't end there. Of course it doesn't. A whole year goes by and the legend of the ghost sandwich seller only gets bigger. This is when our next character shows up, Ishan, an investigative journalist who is determined to prove this whole thing is a hoax. Exactly 1 year to the day after Aryan and Samir disappeared, Ishan makes his way to Khamosh Gali. He's armed with a hidden camera, a whole lot of skepticism, and he's ready to blow this myth wide open.
But Kaka's more than just some story. He's aware. When Ishan tries to film him secretly, Kaka looks right at him and drops this absolutely terrifying line. Pictures are taken of the living. Then he grabs Ishan's camera and just melts it on his hot griddle.
So Kaka gives him this insane choice. Eat the sandwich and see the truth, or refuse and become the next special ingredient. What would you even do? Ishan, terrified, takes just one tiny bite, and his entire reality shatters. He can suddenly see them, the ghostly, tormented souls of everyone Kaka has ever taken, including Aryan and Samir, just trapped there. Miraculously, Ishan manages to get away, but he's not unscathed. The sharp, curious journalist is gone. In his place is a man who can't speak, a prisoner in his own home, constantly haunted by the phantom smell of sandwiches and burning butter. But where there's great darkness, sometimes a light shows up to fight it. And that's our final character, Rudra. He's Ishan's brother, and he's not here to investigate. He's here to end Kaka's reign of terror for good.
And Rudra comes prepared. He's not messing around with cameras. He's bringing the supernatural toolkit. Cremation ash to hold the ghost in place, enchanted mustard seeds that apparently explode when they touch evil, and for the finishing move, a silver knife.
So this is it, the final showdown. Rudra chucks the mustard seeds at the stall and they go off like firecrackers, seriously weakening Kaka. The ghost's form starts to burst apart and you can see all the souls he's trapped finally breaking free. That's when Rudra moves in and finishes it, stabbing him right in the chest with the silver knife.
And after this epic supernatural battle, what's left? After the ghost is gone and the haunted stall has vanished into thin air, the only thing left on the dirty ground of Kamoshgali is a single rotten potato. So weird.
So the evil is defeated, right? Story over? Well, not quite. See, even when you get rid of a monster, it always leaves scars behind. And what about Ishan, the journalist? He finally gets his voice back. And his very first words are so powerful. He just says, "I'm hungry, but not for a sandwich." He's free from the curse, but that experience is going to haunt him forever.
And this is where Rudra gives us the story's final, chilling takeaway. He tells his brother, and really, he's telling all of us, darkness will always follow the light. You might beat evil in one place, but that hunger for souls, it never really goes away.
And that leaves us with one last, really unsettling thought, doesn't it? It kind of brings this urban legend right to our own doorstep. If evil is just a form of hunger, always looking for its next meal, who's it going to find next?